My name is Uche BonnyLife Ndu. Welcome to our voice. In today's episode, I want to bring to your attention the current state of Imo State politics. I will start with this question. Do you know what the political parties in Imo State stand for? Do you know the manifestos, the blueprints of these political parties? What does PDP stand for? What does APC stand for? What does ABGA stand for? We know PDP has umbrella. We know APC has the broom. We know ABGA has the chicken. What really do they stand for in the life of ordinary Imo State? Let's look at Imo State today. The youths of Imo State have engaged in what I consider politics of exploitation. Let's look at 2015. Imo State youths were used in all spheres, in all angles of political activity. In social media, they were everywhere insulting people. Imo State youths were used as militias. Imo State youths were used as gun runners, kidnappers, political disruptors. At the end of every political dispensation, the same people that do not gain anything are the youths. Ask yourself this question. What does 2019 mean for you and your family? The same hyenas are back again. The same people are back in this sphere. They are now discussing what needs to be done tomorrow. The question you should ask yourself, what is the ideology of each politician? What does each politician stand for? Look at these candidates. They are all over the place. Begin to have these conversations for yourselves. The future is not tomorrow. The future is actually today. Imo State is a very, very delicate. It's a microcosm of the macrocosm of the whole country. What happens in Imo State happens everywhere, where the youths are used day and night to win elections. The youths are used day and night to kill, to grab votes, to rob mandates. At the end of the day, it is the same youths that are left with nothing. Imo State budgetary allocation from the federal government is 190 billion naira. Imo State generates internal revenue of over 2 billion naira per year. Tell me why in Imo State today there are no industries that employs the youth. Tell me why Imo State today there are no infrastructures that are top of the line. What is the special achievement of each government you have supported as a youth? Can you name any landmark achievement of the current administration or past administration in Imo State that always call you, the youths, to become the army during the election? It is time to start making a change. It is time to start rethinking our engagement. The rules of engagement in politics needs to change. Imo State youths need to redefine for the elites what it means to do politics and what politics means to them. Today in Imo State, people are very much consumed with process. Everybody is discussing process. PDP this, APC this, ABGA this candidate that, they will do this, they will do, those are process. I have a suggestion. We need to honorably retire all the orthodox elites. Enough is enough. We want to get the attention of all of these orthodox elites in Imo State and let them know that we, the youths, that have 40% of the votes every election cycle, have a say. If you have 70% of the population, why then do 30% or even 20% control you all the time. Elections are really local. The politics really starts at home. You see? So your home is your heart. And your home is your mind. So use your mind to begin the process of recalculation. Assimilate yourself, synthesize yourself to a new process of evaluating every candidate based on character. What are their potentials? Look them in the face and ask them, what is your ideology? What is your strategy? What is your vision for Imo State? None of these candidates have vision. I want them to tell me, I want them to tell us. What is their vision for Imo State? What is your tomorrow of Imo State? Enough of the politics of exploitation. Imo State youths must rise up now. You have the power. You have the number. We are calling for Imo State youths today to begin the conversation of a better tomorrow. Your future is not at stake, but your future is redefined because you are involved. So every candidate out there are going to hear us. We will expose them where they don't know. We will engage them to make them think, to make them plan, to make them act appropriately for the betterment of the state. The youths, our future, they are no longer guaranteed. Imo State youths turn to servants. They turn to housemaids. Graduates of universities with best of their classes are turned to servants of politicians. They are turned to political goons. They are not living their potentials. Why? Because you cede your power to them. Now, let's look at the government today. The government today is running absolute power strategy. You know, to his credit, Owole Rocha Sokocha is running absolute power strategy. You see, he is a smart man. To his credit, no matter what you call him, you must meet smartness with smartness. You must meet strategy with strategy. What he was able to do is to bamboozle the state legislature into ceding the legislative oversight powers to him. The executive became more powerful and absolutely powerful. So the oversight of the legislatures were thrown to the executive. So the governor became the legislature and the executive. That is what you call absolute power. And he was strategic about it. Make no mistake about it. He's a smart man. He knew what he was doing. When he's done, we will study him to figure out how he was able to achieve those level of connivance to swindle the legislature. Imo State legislature today are non-existent. They don't exist. The governor runs the House and the executive. So I tell you today that Owole Rocha Sokorocha has achieved with a strategy. So when you see him doing things with impunity, it is because there is no oversight. When you see him doing things and say nobody's going to do anything, because the legislature is non-existent. The people that are supposed to checkmate the executive power are non-existent. So it is happening in Imo State today. It is unfortunate, but it is a wise strategy. Almost every governor or every president, once elected, wants absolute power. But it's only when the legislature cowardly cedes that power to them that makes them powerful. It's a strategy. Cleverly, he won it. So we need to redefine the rules of engagement for this legislature. Some of them are clamoring to come back to power. Some of them are rigmaroling, perambulating to return back to the legislature. Ask yourself, what have they done for 8 years? They can say, Imo State, because of this, bring me back. That does not exist. Through our voice, we will galvanize the youths to begin to think, to begin to look at issues. A wealthy Nigerian businessman was traveling in a British Airways flight with a $10,000 first-class ticket. An ordinary British citizen traveling on the same flight with a $1,000 economy ticket. They both got to the airport. The Nigerian wealthy citizen with a $10,000 first-class ticket was pulled to the side, and his Nigerian passport was taken from him. He was given a thorough search and humiliated through searches. He wondered why such treatment was meted to him. One of the officers told him, because you're a Nigerian and you have that green passport, we want to make sure you're not carrying any paraphernalias. This man looked at himself and went to his seat at the end of the day. The British citizen was ushered in without any search, without his passport being run 3 times. This wealthy Nigerian, after sitting down, concluded that the life of a poor British citizen is worth twice of the life of a rich Nigerian. That is powerful. That is the state of the nation today. That's also the state of Imo State today.